Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. So, I just finished watching Secret Invasion episode 1. And this episode is interesting. Not only for its name title, which is Resurrection, which is an interesting title to say the least for the pilot episode, but for the time we find ourselves in, especially the time we find ourselves in, not only in the MCU timeline, but in real life. and it is this episode is pays homage to like classic 1950s sci-fi, like alien sci-fi, like sci-fi, and classic spy thrillers, which this embodies. It's kind of like a interesting spy thriller alien invasion, kind of like the Encounters of the Third Kind, I believe, which is a good movie. I have not seen that movie in like so long. I think the last time I seen that movie was like 22 years ago. I don't really remember how long it really has been since I've seen that movie. But yeah, there's a lot of elements and depth to this episode, especially with the name of the first episode, which I kind of find really ironic that they specifically chose the name Resurrection, not only for its biblical mythology standpoint, but it's also resurrecting Nick Fury. Nick Fury is being resurrected not only in like the coming back to Earth point, but coming back to a fight, coming back to friends, coming back to family, coming back to loved ones, coming back to what one has known and who one has loved. Also, coming back to yourself is very important, and there's a lot of meaning to the word resurrection. Coming back to life. And I find it very interesting that the words resurrection is involved in the title of the first episode. Coming back to life. spiritual life, physical life, mentally coming back from a mental mentality life, coming back to all that life has to offer, and not being who you were. You're not exactly who you are now. You're not exactly who you used to be. And another thing, it's kind of interesting. I find it very, very interesting. The words that Nick Fury uses in this episode. He specifically says he had a moment of he had a crisis of faith, which that could be true. He could have as well might have had a crisis of faith, right? Because his crisis of faith came when the blip happened, right? And we still don't know what his mindset was when he got dusted by Thanos, and we don't know his state of mind after he came back from the blip, or after he came back from being dusted by Thanos. So he's essentially lost, which a lot of us have been lost. I can admit I've been lost multiple times. But we can also find ourselves again and be somebody different. Somebody different than our loved ones knew, mentally, physically, spiritually, and be different to who our ideology can be different and change over time. And that's pretty much what this episode is. Being resurrected. Resurrection. Coming back from a mental death, a spiritual death, a physical death, or just coming back to what is, to who and to everyone. The world. Coming back to the world after being lost. And if you find this resonates with you in however you find it resonating with you, just know we've all been there. And there is people who you can go to relate to and talk to, even if you're still lost or trying to figure out how to come back from being lost. And that's where we find Nick Fury in the beginning of this episode. And losing someone you really trust and knew with your heart, with your heart, soul, and beyond. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys so far for right now. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a good day. Thanks. Bye.